Dirt road in the twilight, woods so cool and dark. Up ahead, pale neon, somewhere dog bark. Honky tonk moon, keep shining on my baby and me. Arms around my baby, scuffling on the floor. Cigarettes and sawdust, squeaky old screen door. Honky tonk moon, keep shining on my baby and me.
We're back in the basement of Charlie Hines. We've been down here before, and today we got a treat. We got some old-time music. This is the boys' basement. We just come down here and you have all kinds of good times, don't you?
Yep.
But you know what? I've watched your work over the years, and they've always been good, but I just here lately, they're getting better and better. What is that? What is that right there?
That's a dingbat.
Yeah.
Creek chub made that long about 1937.
What'd you call me?
A dingbat.
That is something else. That is a beautiful. These are what people used to fish with.
Right.
Back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Now today, when these come out, they sold for like $1, $1.50.
Yeah.
This is top water. Of course, it has a blade on it that creates a noise.
Now, what on earth possessed you to want to start making these things?
I just got into making them years ago, just a hobby. And I got all these, like I say, these old antique books, and I got to looking at old lures, and first thing you know, I was trying to make everything they did.
Well, as we look around your shop here, you know, we see all kinds of actual old baits that you've collected from Hedden and gosh knows where. You collect reels, you collect everything in the world, but I think the neatest thing, because you can see these old things and shows are the things that you've built yourself.
This was made by Hedden. Of course, Hedden bought the Donnelly company out in 1938, somewhere like that after he died. Donnelly had this kind of a pattern like this, but Hedden changed it over and called it a crazy crawler. This is another crazy crawler, and this is in the skunk pattern.
What are these right here? Just
Those
little,
are the
little
ears. That's his ears.
And these things, you know.
And of course, I made the tail out of what we call fish hair, and it's bushy like.
What stage is it when they're hanging up there and drying like that?
Well, I've already turned them out and put the first coat of paint on them.
Right.
And like I say, I put a sealer on them to start with, on that wood. This is made out of poplar. Then, of course, I spray it, then I come along and start putting the colors to it.
Now, you've had people from all over the United States. Name some different states where people bought these things, right?
Well, just about every one in the lower United States. And I've got them in Canada, I've got them in Japan.
Now, how did they find out about you? Just word of mouth?
Well, my son-in-law started putting these things on eBay.
Right.
And once they hit eBay, everybody's got a good way of seeing them.
Yeah. Now, here's another crawler.
Yep.
And that is, obviously, no doubt about what that is, a chipmunk pattern.
That's a chipmunk pattern. Hedden made these in chipmunks.
Son of a gun.
But he didn't have the tail like these.
And what's this right here? That's that wild looking thing.
That's a creek chub beetle. That's in the clown face.
So what's the percentage of people that you would say that actually fish it as opposed to display it?
I'd say maybe 1 out of 100 might throw it out in the water, but most of them just keep them for a display, you know, just for a collection.
Now, what's the significance of this particular lure?
Well, it was a number 1,000, so I just put a little extra paint and a few little extra.
Looks like there's about 15 layers of paint on there, Charlie.
There's quite a few
It's
of
a
them.
good looking lure.
Quite a few, see it just, and it goes, but it is number 1,000. I'm back in the saddle again. Out for a friend is a friend. For the longhorn cattle feed on a lonely Jepson weed. Back in the saddle again.
Now, when you originally started doing this, did you make the baits for people to use, or did you have in the back of your mind, these are going to be collector
I made
items?
a lot of them for them to use.
Yeah.
They fish with them.
And what were some of the earlier ones you made?
These sold for $2 or $3.
Yeah.
That's topwater lure. I sold them for like $3.
Yeah.
And that thing would catch a lot of bass.
I bet it would. You're like me, you like the old stuff. Is that what the real inspiration for this was, seeing all that old stuff, the old neat looking stuff, the antique?
Right, you hate to see it go over the wayside. Used to kid my wife, see, when we were courting, I used to play her this song. Have I told you lately that I love you? Could I tell you once again somehow? Have I told you lately that I love you? Well, darling, I'm telling